Okay, students, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, students. In my previous class, we started with our moment distribution method, and I have explained this numerical example using moment distribution method. I told you few things need to be calculated. That is the stiffness factor and the distribution factors. We'll see in our future numerical examples also how to do all those things. Then we have to do this simple table, which only involves just multiplication, addition, and division. That's it. And at the end, you will get the final moments. One thing you should note down here is signs. You should be very careful, positive and negative. If you commit a mistake somewhere with the positive and negative, the whole process will go wrong. So you should be very careful with that. Then after that, we'll take one more simple, very simple numerical example, much more simpler than the previous one. But few things have been involved in this numerical example, so that I will explain you now. Okay, right. So now we have this beam AB and BC span, two span beam having a span AB as 5 meters and span BC as 2 and 2 meters with the 50 kilonewton load which is acting. Support A is fixed, B is roller, and C is also roller one. Now you have been asked to analyze the beam, means you have to find out the internal moments and you have to draw the shear force diagram and bend moment diagram using moment distribution method, and the EI is constant. So first what we'll do, let us first find out the distribution factors here. Okay. Am I audible, students?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just a minute. Yeah, okay. So first let us find out the distribution factors. Now here case I told you you have to find out the distribution factors only for the intermediate supports. Now the intermediate support in this beam is only B. A is an end support and C is also an end support. So you should not find the distribution factors for the end supports. Instead, you should find the distribution factors only for the intermediate support, that is at B. Okay. So at B, how many components are joining? Two components are joining. So one is BA and the other one is BC. So first let me find the distribution factor for BA. I told you what is the formula for that. The numerator is the stiffness factor of the component for which we are finding distribution factor. So for which component we are actually finding distribution factor? We are finding for BA. So numerator should be stiffness factor of BA divided by denominator should be the stiffness factors of the components which are joining at joint B. So what components are joining at joint B? So BA and BC. So it is a summation of stiffness factors which are joining at B. So KBA plus KBC. Now if you see here KBA, in KBA, when you see the second letter A is a fixed support. So your formula should be 4 EI by L. So I'm writing here 4 EI by 5. Okay. Then denominator KBA is also 4 EI by 5, and KBC if you see, and if you see the second letter is actually C. So if you see the type of support, C is a roller support and it is an end support. So instead of going for 4 EI by L, you should go for the formula 3 EI by L. Okay. So once you solve this, you will get 0.51. Is that clear, students? Is this formula clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So once you're done distribution factor of BA, then if I try to find distribution factor for BC, so it will be in the numerator it is KBC and in the denominator it is KBA plus KBC. So KBC is already we know 3I by L, so I have substituted that, and this we already know, so I'm getting 0.49. Also you can find the distribution factor BC something like this, that is 1 minus distribution factor BA, because we know at a joint the summation of distribution factor should be always equal to 1. So one of the component you have already found, which is 0.51. So other component you can easily find, that is 1 minus of that one. So this is how we can find the distribution factors at joint B. No need to find the distribution factor at A and C because they are the end joint. So is there any doubt in finding distribution factors, students?
No, sir.
No? Okay. So once we have found that, now let us move further and write down those distribution factors here. So this is line for A, this line is for B, and this line is for C. So you have to draw the vertical lines exactly below the supports and draw one horizontal line. Okay. Above that horizontal line, we will be writing the distribution factors. So distribution factor that of BA is 0.51. So let me write that one. And distribution factor that of BC is 0.49. So let me write that one also. So don't write anything here. And now the next step, what you should write is the fixed end moments. Next step, what you should write is fixed end moment. So since span AB is not having any loads, so fixed end moment will be 0, right? And span BC is having a point load which is exactly at the center, right? If you remember, if you see the standard table to find out the fixed end moments, so if there is a load exactly at the center and both ends are fixed, so if this is L by 2 and this is also L by 2, so this side the fixed end moment will be minus WL by 8, and this side the fixed end moment will be plus WL by 8. So in our case it will be this side the fixed end moment will be minus 50 into 4 by 8, which is coming out to be minus 25, and this side the fixed end moment will be plus 50 into 4 by 8, which is coming out to be plus 25. Okay, so this is a fixed end moment. Next our cycles will start. So in the cycle the first step will be always balance and distribute. Okay, always it will be balance and distribute. Now which things need to be balanced and which things to be distributed, that we have to do by seeing the supports. So since A is a fixed support and actually fixed end moment is 0 because no loading is there, so you should not balance that one, right? Now when you come to B is actually roller support. But by assuming it as a fixed support, I have found out these fixed end moments. That is, on this side it is 0 and on this side it is minus 25. So B is actually originally a roller support, but we have assumed it as a fixed. So you need to balance that. So I will underline that one. Now when you come to C, can anybody tell me whether C also need to be balanced or I should not balance that one?
Balance.
Balance.
Yes, I have to balance that because C is originally a roller support, but by assuming it as a fixed support, I have written the fixed end moment. So I should balance that one. Now, right. What is the net moment acting at joint B? It is 0 minus 25. So the net moment acting at joint B is actually minus 25. To balance that, how much moment you will apply? Plus 25, right? So that plus 25 need to be distributed here and here based on these distribution factors. So the net moment is minus 25. To balance that, you should apply plus 25. So that plus 25 into 0.51 you will get here as plus 12.75. So plus 25 into 0.49 you will get plus 12.25. Students, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the net moment at C is actually plus 25. Okay, the net moment at C is actually plus 25. So to balance that, how much moment you will apply? Minus 25. So that minus 25 need to be distributed here. Okay, that minus 25 need to be distributed here. But we don't know what is the distribution factor at C. Usually now I am telling you, usually means not usually, always the distribution factor at the end supports will be always 1. Please keep that in mind. The distribution factors at the end supports will be always 1. Can anybody tell me why it will be 1? Can you just tell me why it will be 1? Okay, no issues. Let me prove that. Okay. So at C, if I want to find distribution factors, say, Okay, they actually it is not required to find. At C, let me find the distribution factor. So how many components are joining at C? How many components are joining at C?
One.
Only one, right? Which is that? It is CB. So I will write it as distribution factor CB. So numerator should be stiffness factor of CB divided by summation of stiffness factors of the components which are joining at C. So how many components are joining at C? Only one. And which is that? KCB itself. So plus nothing is there on the other side. It is 0. So KCB will go. So you will end up with 1. Did you got my point? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right.
Yes, sir.
Now I need to balance this plus 25. The net moment at C is actually plus 25. To balance that, how much moment you will apply? Minus 25. So that minus 25 into 1 is actually minus 25. Is that okay? Clear? This balance and distribute step is clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So your next step should be carryover. Okay. Okay. Next step should be carryover. So will you carry over from B to A? Will you carry over from B to A? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, you
sir.
should
Yes,
actually,
sir.
yes, you should carry over from B to A. How much you will carry over?
Half.
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 So
It's half.
plus 12, yeah, plus 12.75 divided by 2. So you will end up with plus 6.375, right? So will you carry over from A to B?
No, sir.
No,
Yes,
sir.
no, because nothing is there to carry over. So don't carry over anything, right? Okay. Now, will you carry over from C to B?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
So how much
sir.
you will carry over?
Yes,
Half.
sir.
So yeah, minus 25 divided by 2 is minus 12.5. Now, will you carry over from B to C?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I will tell the answer. It is no. Okay. No, you should not carry over from B to C. Why you should not carry over from B to C is, I will tell you the rule. Why you should not carry over. You can carry over to a support only if, okay, when you can
Sup
carry over is, yeah, I will tell
when
you
the
why you
support
should not. Yeah, I will tell you why you should not actually carry over from B to C. So you see, when you carry over from B to C, if you see the support C, C is a roller support and C is an end support. Do you agree or not? C is a roller support and C is an end support. So always don't carry over from, just a minute. Yeah, okay. Right. So why you should not carry over from B to C is actually roller support and it is an end support. So always whenever you see a end support and if it is a pin or roller support, you should not carry over. Okay. So I will just write down our points to remember. In this points to remember, let me just write down that one. Whenever the support is a pinned support or roller support and also it is an end support, it is an end support, carry over to such support is not allowed. Did you got my students? Whenever the support is an end support, which we can see here, whenever it is an end support and it is a roller or pin support, so to that kind of support you should not actually carry over. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah, okay. So this completes the first cycle. Next, let me move to the second cycle. So second cycle once again start with balance and distribute. So now will you balance this plus 6.375?
No,
Will you
sir.
balance? No, you should not balance. You should see the original support A. A is a fixed support, so don't balance that. So will you balance this minus 12.5?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
so
sir.
underline,
Yes,
so
sir.
underline that one. So nothing is there to balance, so don't worry about that one. So now the net moment at present, the net moment at B is minus 12.5. To balance that, how much moment you will apply? Plus 12.5. So that plus 12.5 into 0.51, you will get plus 6.4. So that plus 12.5 into 0.49, you will get plus 6.125. Are you clear? Okay, right. Now the next step, carry over. So you know you can carry over 6.4 to BA, that is from B to A you can carry over. So plus 6.4 divided by 2 is plus 3.2. So you know you can't carry over plus 6.125 from B to C. You can't do. Nothing is there to carry over from C to B. So don't worry about that. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this actually will complete your second cycle. Now if you move on with the third cycle, can I do my third cycle? Can
No,
I
sir.
proceed with the third cycle? No, you can't proceed because if you proceed with the third cycle, that is a balance and distribute, you know you should not balance this plus 3.2. Okay, and nothing is there to balance on this side. So it means that you have to stop here. You have to stop here, right? So stop there and draw one horizontal line. Okay, and add all the columns by giving due respect to the sign. Okay, so let me do that. So I will add all these things. So if I add all these things, I will get this as plus 9.58. And if I add all these things, I will get plus 19.15. And if I add all these things, I will get minus 19.125. And if I add all these things, I will get it as 0. Are you clear with this table?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Yes.
yeah. And one more thing, what you can see here is when you add this column, okay, you're getting 0. Right? And if you see the actual support, C is a roller support. Before doing the calculations itself, you must be able to tell that MCB, moment MCB is 0. Yes or no? Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
since C is a roller support, so MCB should be 0. Okay, so if I mistakenly carry over from here to here, what will happen? So if you add all these things, you will not get 0 here. It means that you have committed some mistake. So always don't carry over from a support to another support, that is far end support. If it is an end support, and if it is a roller or pin support, so you should not carry over because you are expecting a zero answer there. So if you carry over there, you will not get a zero answer, means you have committed some mistake here. Okay, so this moment is MAB, this moment is MBA, this moment is MBC, and this moment is MCB. Are you clear, students? Any doubts in this numerical example?
No, sir.
No,
No?
sir.
Yeah. Okay. I hope with those moments you are able to draw the shear force diagram and bend moment diagram. Can you do that?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Right. So after this, we'll take up one more numerical example. Right. So this is your one more numerical example. Now here you have to analyze this beam, which is shown in figure below, using moment distribution method. But the thing is, support B settles down by 40 millimeter. Okay, that is how to take care of settlement using in moment distribution method. That also we have to see. So support B, if it settles down by 40 millimeters, how we have to account for that using moment distribution method. So that we are going to see in this numerical example. Now the Young's modulus E is 200 gigapascals and the moment of inertia I for both the beams is 500 into 10 raised to 6 millimeter raised to 4, right? The procedure remains same, but there is small change. So that change I will let you know. First, let me calculate the distribution factors. So tell me at which points you will calculate the distribution factors. At how many points you will calculate the distribution factors?
At B.
Yeah, only at B. I told you at A and at C, the distribution factor is 1, always 1. Okay, so no need to calculate that. So only you need to calculate the distribution factor at B. So that I have already done here. So at B, two components are joining. The first component is distribution factor BA is equal to, in the numerator it should be KBA and in the denominator it should be KBA plus KBC. So KBA, and if you see the second letter A, so second letter A is a pin support. So you should use the 3EI by L formula. So 3EI by 8, and this also will be 3EI by 8. And in KBC, if you see the second letter C, C is a roller support. Then also you have to use 3EI by 8. So you'll get distribution factor BA as 0.5. And if you want to find distribution factor BC, it is simply 1 minus distribution factor BA, which is 0.5. So you have found the distribution factors of BA and BC easily. Now, so let me just write down them. So this line is for A, this line is for B, and this line is for C. So the distribution factor that of BA is 0.5. Distribution factor B of BC is also 0.5. Distribution factor of AB is 1 and distribution factor that of CB is also 1. But that is by default. So no need to write also. If you write also, no issues, right? Okay. Now, let me just keep this table as it is. And now to proceed further, I have to write the fixed end moments here. I have to write the fixed end moments here. So in case of settlement problems, there is a change while writing the fixed end moments. Only that change is there in case of settlement problems in moment distribution method. And how to find that, let me just explain you. So the fixed end moment induced due to the settlement can be found by using slope deflection equations. Now this is a general form of a slope deflection equation which you are very much familiar. In the first module we have already seen the general form of the slope deflection equation. So this slope deflection equation only we have to use to find out these moments, whatever moments we write here. So those moments can be found using this slope deflection equation. And how to use that I will explain you. Now, if you see this support, so this is actually your original beam, that is A, B, and C. So this is A, B, and C. So support B settles down by 40 millimeters that I have shown here. So it comes down. So original support which was there here originally, now it has come down here. So it has settled down by 40 millimeters. And I have to join straight lines from A to B and from B to C. So these are actually called chords. I have already explained this. These are actually called chords. Okay. And the angle made by the original shape of the beam to the chord, they are actually called chord angles. These are chord angles. That is, xi are actually called as chord angles. Now you need to find these chord angles. So this side it will be psi AB and it is clockwise. And this side it is called psi BA, that is also clockwise. This side it is psi CB clockwise, sorry, anti-clockwise. And this side also it is psi BC, which is also anti-clockwise. This we have already seen that. So how will you calculate psi AB and which is will be equal to psi BA? It is nothing but settlement 40 divided by this span AB. So span AB is how much? It is 8 meters. So psi AB, which is equal to psi BA, is equal to 40 divided by 8. Okay. Are you clear? Any doubt in this? Any doubt you have?
No, sir. No,
Okay.
sir.
What I will do, since 40 is in millimeters, let me put 8 meters also in millimeters. So it comes out to be 8000 millimeters. So this comes out to be plus 0.005. So why I have written plus? Can anybody tell me? Why
It
not
is
minus?
clockwise.
Yes, psi AB and psi BA both are clockwise. So as per our sign conventions, so the clockwise rotations are always taken as positive. So that's why I've written it as plus 0.005. Now what will happen to psi BC and psi CB? Obviously, they will be negative. Negative 40. And what is the span BC? Span BC is once again 8 meters. So that is minus 40 millimeters divided by 8000 millimeters. So this comes out to be minus 0.005. Okay, psi AB and psi BC are not and are now known to us, right? Now, for each and every span, I will apply this slope deflection equation. Okay, so first let me take for span AB and I will write the slope deflection equation MAB here. Okay, so this is the general form of the slope deflection equation. So let me substitute each and every value one by one here. MAB is equal to 2E IAB divided by, so the span AB is actually 8 meters. 8, 2 times theta A, 1 time theta B minus 3 xi AB we have already calculated, which is plus 0.005. 0.005. And what will be fixed end moment AB? So in span AB, we have a point load exactly at the center. So the fixed end moment will be, fixed end moment AB will be, will it be plus or minus? Will it be plus or minus?
Minus.
Plus.
Fixed, yes, minus. Minus 50, that is W, L is 8 divided by 8, that is minus 50 L by 8, right? Now here, what we usually do is, we usually assume that A is also a fixed one and B is also a fixed one. Okay, so we usually assume that. So when we usually assume that one, that case, okay, in that case, both theta A and theta B will come out to be 0 because we have assumed both A and B as fixed supports. So theta A and theta B will be obviously 0. Do you agree? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, it is not 50 kilonewton, it is 100 kilonewton. So the load is 100 kilonewtons. Okay. Right now, what thing we have to do here is I will write down all the loads in terms of newtons, not in terms of kilonewtons. That is 100 kilonewton is there. That's how I've written 100 into 10 raised to 3 newtons. Okay, 8 and 8 are correct. Now what you have to do, you have to substitute the values of E and I, which are already given to you. E and I values are already given to you. 200 gigapascal and I is 5 into 10 raised to 6 millimeter raised to 4. So you have to substitute with the proper units in this equation, that is in this equation, and find out the value of MAB. So I have already done that. You can cross check later. So I'm getting MAB as minus 475 into 10 raised to 3 Newton meters. Please keep that in mind. Okay. I'm getting the value of MAB as minus 475 into 10 raised to 3 Newton meters. Right. Similarly, are you clear with this, students? Are you clear with this calculation? Yes or no?
sir.
Yeah, you just substitute the values of E and I. E and I properly, you substitute the values with proper units, you will get this answer. Okay, you can cross check the things later. Now, when I come to MBA, okay, so here also we are assuming both B and A as fixed, so these will go. Okay, so the finally your equation will come out to be something like this: 2EIAB divided by span AB is once again 8. Okay, so minus 3 into 0.005 plus, now the fixed element will be plus 1. Okay, 100 into 10 raised to 3, that is PL is 8 divided by 8. So once you substitute the values of E and I properly, you can get the value of MBA. So I'm getting the value of E as minus 275 into 10 raised to 3 Newton meters. Is that clear? Okay, minus 275 into 10 raised to 3 Newton meters. You can substitute the values of E and I properly and you will get the value of MBA. Now I will come to span BC. So span AB is over. I have calculated MAB and MBA. Now I will come to span BC. So similarly I have to calculate MBC and MCB. So that formula I have written, you can substitute the things easily. So Xi BC will be now minus 0.005 Xi BC value. Okay, so this will be also 0. This will also be 0. And fixed moment BC. What will be fixed moment BC? Can anybody tell me? What will be the value of fixed time moment BC?
0.
0, because no load is acting on that. So this will be also 0. So if you substitute the value of E and I properly, you will get the value of MBC. So MBC I'm getting plus 375 into 10 raised to 3. Newton meters. Okay, and here also 0, 0 and 0. Substitute the value of Xi CB as minus 0.005 and substitute the values of E and I. So you will get the value of MCB. MCB is getting out to be plus 375. This also I'm getting plus 375 into 10 raised to 3 Newton meters. Are you clear, students? Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is the only change whenever there is a settlement is involved. Okay, whenever there is a settlement, this is the only change. Means whatever fixed moments we used to write here directly in our previous numerical examples, you should not do that. Instead, these moments you have to find it using these slope deflection equations properly. Okay, by finding proper chord angles and everything, you should find out these moments. Now these moments you need to substitute here instead of directly writing the fixed end moment. So let me just write down those moments here. This one is minus 475. Okay, into 10⁻³ Newton meter it will be. Now I'm writing in kilonewton meter. Okay, minus 475. Usually, actually we got MAB as minus 475 into 10⁻³ Newton meter. If you convert this into kilonewton meter, it is simply minus 475 kilonewton meter. Okay, now I'm substituting that in kilonewton meter. So this will be minus 275. This will be plus 375, and this also will be plus 375. Are you clear? Okay, so once this is done, the further things are similar as we used to do earlier. So I will start with my first cycle. So in the first cycle, the first step is balance and distribute. Okay, tell me, will you balance minus 475? Will you balance minus 475? Yes or no?
No, sir.
Yes or no? No? Anybody saying yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
you should
sir.
actually balance that. You should actually balance that. Why? If you see the original support A, it is actually pinned, but we assumed it as fixed and we wrote this minus 475. So obviously you should balance this. So I will underline this. So will you balance this one? Yes, of course, your answer should be yes. And will you balance this? Yes. You have to balance
Yes.
all these moments. Okay. Now the net moment as at A is now how much is net moment at A? Minus 475. To balance that, how much moment you will apply? Plus 475. Plus 475 into 1 is plus 475. Okay. Now here in this case, the net moment is now minus 275 plus 375. So how much you are getting? Can anybody tell me quickly
100.
the answer? Yeah. So the minus 275 plus 375, the net moment is 100. That is plus 100. Okay. So to balance that, you should apply minus 100 and you have to distribute that. So minus 100 into 0.5 is minus 50. Minus 100 into this 0.5 is also minus 50. Now when I come to this point, the net moment at C is plus 375. To balance that, you will apply minus 375. Minus 375 into 1 is minus 375. Are you clear, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes,
still
sir.
I'm in first cycle. The next second step in the first cycle is carryover. Okay, now I will ask you some questions. Will you carry over from A to B? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
Will you carry over from A to B? Think and tell me.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
You should actually carry over. Why? Because from A to B you can carry over because B is a roller support and it is an intermediate support. Please keep that in mind. B is not an end support. B is an intermediate support. So to an intermediate support, you can carry over. Yes, you can carry over. So you can carry over from A to B. So plus 475 divided by 2 is plus 237.5. Now, will you carry over from B to A?
No, sir.
No. Why? Because A is a pinned support and it is an end support. So you should not carry over from B to A. Okay, right. Now, will you carry over from B to C?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. Once again, the same answer. C is a roller support and it is an end support. So you should not carry over. But will you carry over from C to B?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you can carry over. So minus 375 divided by 2 is minus 187.5. Okay, so this completes my first cycle. So let me move on to the second cycle. So second cycle, first step, once again the same, balance and distribute. So will you balance these two? Will you balance these two? Nothing to balance here,
Yes.
nothing to balance here. So you should balance, yes. So underline that. So plus 237.5 minus 187.5. So you are getting plus 50. 237.5 minus 187.5 is plus 50. So the net moment at B is plus 50. To balance that, you will apply minus 50. So minus 50 into this 0.5 is minus 25. Minus 50 into this 0.5 is minus 25. Okay, right? Clear? Yes or
sir.
no? Yeah. Next step. Second step in the second cycle is carryover. Okay. Will you carry over from B to A?
No, sir.
Will you carry over
No,
from B
sir.
to C?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Is there anything
No,
anything
sir.
to carry over from A to B?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Is there anything to carry
No,
over from
sir.
C to B?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Can you move
No, sir.
forward?
No,
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 sir.
sir.
you can't move
No,
forward. So
sir.
stop here. So stop here. So draw the horizontal line. Okay. Add all these things. Add all these things. Of course, you should get 0 here. You should get 0 here because A and C are roller supports. So here, if you add all these things, you will get minus 112.5. If you add all these things, you should get plus 112.5. This is your MAB. This is MBA, MBC, MCB. Are you clear, students? Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah. So this is how you can take into account the settlement problems. Okay. In settlement problems, please remember. So only these fixed moments, whatever you write, so that you have to write down very carefully by using the slope deflection equations. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So any doubts here in this numerical example?
No, sir.
No,
No?
sir.
Okay. So what we'll do, I'll stop my class here. So next class will take these two examples itself, and I will tell any one of the example I will take, and I will tell you how to draw the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. Or shall I tell now only what happens? I don't have the values. Actually, I have to calculate them. Okay, no issues. I will draw the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram, and I'll send it in a WhatsApp group. Okay.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Okay then. So if you are not having any doubts, we can stop the things here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and one more thing.
Thank you, sir.
Just stay on. The portion for your second IA will be the sway part, which we have done in the first module. That is beams. Sorry, not beams. Frames. Frames sway problem. Whatever problem I have done, that problem, and I will send you the notes also once again. That problem, and only the beams problem of moment distribution method with settlement. I will repeat once again. Portion for second IA is frames sway problem from using slope deflection method. That is module 1, and the beams with settlement, beams with and without settlement problems of moment distribution method. This much is the portion for your second eye. So moment distribution method, whatever I have done in the class, just going to go through all those problems. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
sir.
Yes,
sir.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I will end the meeting now.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.